Beginners are making thousands of dollars on Instagram, and honestly, this might be the easiest way to make money online in 2025. You see, with Instagram, you can now get paid for just the views you get on the platform. The opportunity is massive, but there is a painful catch. Regular people have no idea where to start, and more importantly, they don't know how to get accepted into Instagram's monetization program. But what if I told you, as somebody that does this, I didn't get paid $1 from Instagram itself, but I'm actually getting paid from platforms that you might not even know exist. And this is what's bringing me in $30,000 to $40,000 per month consistently in profit from my Instagram pages. And better yet, what if I told you that complete beginners are doing this from scratch? No previous experience, no technical knowledge, and no showing their face. For example, people like Paul started a brand new page, and in the first 30 days made $4,000, then a month after he made over $10,000. Who made a Faceless AI avatar page and a few months ago is now making $1,000 to $2,000 per week. Again, no showing his face. Or even complete beginners like Kobe, who on his 10th post got his first viral video and made his first few $100 starting from literal zero. Here's what so many people don't realize. Most people have no idea what these pages even look like, and even worse, they think that just because Instagram pages out there have millions of followers, they're making millions of dollars a year. This is not the case. So I dedicated this video to going over 6 different Instagram pages. First, I'll show you 3 pages that don't make much money, and I'll explain to you why you shouldn't create pages like these. Then I'm going to show you 3 pages that are absolutely crushing in 2025 and show you the ins and outs on how they're actually making their money. Let's get into the first 3. These Instagram pages suck, and here's why. The girl in the red dress. She looks great. She might even look perfect for you. You might want to marry her, but then you realize she has daddy issues. Or in other words, these Instagram pages have a ton of followers. They might look like they're making a ton of money, but they're actually not. And I'm here to save you a ton of time and failures, so pay attention. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why you're not going to want to create these pages. And that's because you can make 10 times more with a different approach that I'm going to reveal later in this video. To put it into perspective for you, you can make $10,000 to $20,000 per month with a page that has 100,000 followers. But with these pages, you might have 1 million followers and barely touch $10,000 a month. Now the question is why? Well, I'm going to reveal that in a second. Now, just to be transparent, while I'm going over these pages, I don't know exactly how much these pages are making, but what I can say is that I've been making money on Instagram for the last 5 years, and I myself have been seeing the ins and outs of over 100 pages. So I'm right about 98% of the time. Based on the experience that I have, I'm going to share my analysis. Let's jump inside my laptop, and I'm going to show you examples of pages I wouldn't create, and most importantly, why. This is your time to take notes. For the first type of page, I'm going to pull up the motivational type of pages. I'm going to play one of the videos for you just so you have an understanding of what kind of content they post.
No matter who you are, you're going to be disliked, period. You might as well be disliked for being you than being somebody else. I think it is far better to be disliked for being who you are than loved for someone you're not. Yeah.
Outside looking in, this page looks great. It's got the views, it's got the followers, but the question is, are they making money? Let's do an analysis here. So first thing that I look for is, what is the link in bio? As you can see, there is none. And with pages like these, generally speaking, most of them monetize through sponsored posts. Meaning if you have a sizable following, brands will come on and want to sponsor your posts. Now this page is in the mindset, motivation, business niche. So what type of brands would come on and actually sponsor these posts? It would probably be any personal brands that are involved in this niche. Now let's break down the economics of this. How much is it actually worth for somebody that has a personal brand to go ahead and sponsor a post on this page? If you look at the demographics of pages like these, oftentimes the majority of the audience is from third world countries. So very low quality traffic. Brands would probably be willing to pay $1 to $3 per 1,000 views on this page. So that means, let's say they get hit up by 5 or 10 brands every single month to sponsor one video. And on average, let's say they make $100 per video. And that's honestly on the high end. And let's say they do 10 posts for the month. That's only $1,000. As you can see, I just broke it down. It absolutely sucks. And I would actually be one of the customers that would sponsor a post because I have a personal brand in the Make Money Online space. And I personally would not pay no more than $100 per post. I probably wouldn't even pay $50. So this page at most, in my opinion, makes a couple $1,000s a month. And guess what? If you look at their posting frequency, you'll see that the last post they made was on February 15th. They basically stopped posting and this page is dead in the water. and that's probably because they weren't making a lot of money. What's the point of running a business that doesn't make money? Case closed. Let's go to the next page. All right, so this page right here has 500,000 followers and 60 posts, meaning they have grown extremely quickly in the last couple months. Let's take a look at a piece of content.
What the f? Now that I have your attention, let's talk metabolism. That word you blame for looking like a fat piece of shit. Metabolism is just how your body turns McChickens into energy. When you eat, your body breaks carbs, fats, and proteins into fuel so you can walk, breathe, scroll TikTok, and secretly practice twerking in the mirror. I know you do it. A fast metabolism means you burn through calories quick, like your ex burns through excuses. A slow metabolism, you burn less, so extra calories stick around as fat storage on your Teletubby-looking ass. Don't start crying yet. Metabolism isn't just about genetics. Muscle mass revs it the bad sleep and stress bust on it, and crash diets slow it down worse than your grandma's Wi-Fi. If you blame it on age, go metabolism stays almost stable.
All right, we're done with that. So as you can see, this page has a lot of cussing. It honestly brings a little bit of personality to the page, so that's probably why it gets a ton of views. However, let's go into how much money they're actually making. Like I said, our benchmark is 100,000 followers should bring you at least around $10,000 a month. Now, if we go into their link in bio, what we'll see is they're selling a course on exactly how to make these types of pages. Now, the great part for us is we know exactly how much they made from selling this course. As you can see, the course is $50 and 79 people purchased. Let's do some quick math. $47 times 79 purchases equals a whopping $3,700. And we're not even talking per month. We're talking the lifetime of this page. Now let's talk a little bit deeper on why this is the case. Well, this page is more of like an entertainment doom scrolling type of page where you watch the content because it's kind of funny. And there is a mismatch between the messaging and the content and the product that they are selling. Meaning they're making content about health in a funny way and they're trying to sell a course on making money online. Now we're going to dive deeper into pages that actually work later in the video and you'll see why this is such an important thing. Let's go over the third page, which is the infamous women empowerment niche. Let's watch a piece of content real quick. Garbage. I mean, come on. These pages are just filled with memes around women empowerment. Yes, they are kind of building a niche audience when it comes to women empowerment and women in online business. But again, there is a complete mismatch between the messaging and the content and what they are selling. So this page monetizes in two ways. The first is promotions, and the second is through the link in their bio, which is probably a Make Money Online course. And what do you know? They're selling a Creator Academy course. Now, I would say based off the 3 pages that we've seen, this is probably making the most money for the amount of followers that they have because they have a more niche down audience, but it's still super broad. The content in here doesn't provide any actionable value. I would suggest that this page is probably making between $4,000 and $6,000 per month, which is not bad, but again, they have 340,000 followers, over 1,000 posts, which means they've been running this page for probably a couple of years. And if you look back at the student examples I gave earlier in the video, you'll see that Paul made $4,000 within the first 30 days, not $4,000 after 3 years of posting once a day. That is a waste of time. All right, are you ready for the sauce? What is this new approach? Well, the new approach is Instagram automation. Think about it like this: one problem, one messaging, and one product. This is the ultimate trifecta. It's not about just driving as many views as you possibly can. Your content must indirectly sell the product. No hard selling involved. Meaning if we want to sell anything like a product, or we want to get paid for just the views through sponsorships or other opportunities like paid for views, we have to make sure that we hyper specify one certain audience. And the best way to do that is by talking about one specific thing and providing actionable value in the content that we post. Even this guy right here, how many followers do you have?
97,000 followers.
How much are you making per month?
Around like 40 to 50K a month.
Exactly. This is his page if you want to take a look at it after. It is a personal brand. It's not a faceless page, but point proven. So the first page that I want to go over is this one right here. Let's see what this looks like.
Skipping this video is possibly the dumbest thing you could ever do. I'm going to show you the exact strategy I do to make over $10,000 a month and how you can start printing at least $3,500 by next week. And no, this isn't dropshipping, SMMA, crypto, any of those other bullshit business models that gurus are trying to sell you. First, head over to wap.com and create an account for free. Click on content rewards and you'll see hundreds of creators paying you to clip up.
I know the script because We actually wrote the script, me and Chaso.
Clip up their content. Pick one that pays at least $3.50 per 1,000 views. For example, Bread Scales is paying up to $15,000 this month for anyone to clip up his content. Now just literally recreate his viral videos and start getting paid. If you get only one video to 1 million views, that's $3,500 in profit. If you want to get started for free, follow and comment now, and I'll send the details over.
Bro, I got a comment. I'm commenting right now. I want to start. As you see, and I encourage you to take a look at this page a little bit deeper on your own time, but you'll see that every video is talking about making money online with content. It's not general make money online, it's how to make money online with content. We are targeting a specific pain point, one problem, and we do that by talking about one thing in the content, one message, and then we monetize through, you guessed it, one product. So since he's talking about how to make money online with content, he's going to be able to solve people's problems, his viewers' problems, by delivering them a course that teaches them how to make money online with content. Are you starting to understand how this works? This is a concept in marketing we call audience intent, meaning if you want to sell anything, you have to make sure that you bring in the people with the right intent. The intent to purchase the product that you're selling. Let's take a look at another page. This one is in the manifestation niche. Let's take a look at one of the pieces of content.
Nobody makes you feel anything. Nobody makes you feel angry. Nobody makes you feel tense. Nobody makes you feel upset. You always decide how you're going to feel. Blame is the core of all negative emotions. When you stop blaming, you cut down the negative emotion tree. You cut it off, you kill it, and all the negative emotions die simultaneously. The conscious mind can only hold one thought at a time. It's the thought that the conscious mind holds that determines how the emotions will react, how the subconscious mind will react. Since it can only hold one thought at a time, what you do is you knock out the thought that is causing the negative emotion, the blame thought, and you replace it with this.
Brian Tracy hits every time. Anyways, if you look at all the content on this page, what you'll see is they're constantly talking about the same thing. They're talking about manifestation. In other words, law of attraction, laws of the universe, and everything starts with the mind. And if you look at what they're actually selling this book right here, which again is a book about how to use this information on this page to better your life. So it's directly correlated to the content. The content is about law of attraction, which brings in people that want to learn more about how to implement it in their life. And the product is a book on how to implement the law of attraction into these people's lives. And that's why the conversion rate is so high. And that's why we don't need millions of followers to make tens of thousands of dollars a month on Instagram. I don't think you guys understand how much sauce I'm spitting here. If you are not taking notes, if you're not going to implement this, you're going to lose out big time. Let's take a look at the third page, and I'm going to go over this one really quickly because it hits on all the points I mentioned previously. Again, I'm showing you 3 pages because I want you to see that all of this is the same. It doesn't matter what niche you pick. We learn through first principles. And if you understand these principles, you will win. So if you look at the content on this page, and we'll watch one together real quick.
The dark side of the cheerleading industry, nobody is allowed to talk about. I was a top NFL cheerleader for 5 years, and here's what we actually had to do to stay snatched and flawless all season. We couldn't wear bras with our uniform, so to keep our boobs from sagging, we had to eat a bowl of chia seeds every night after dinner. It's packed with phytoestrogens that keep the girls perky. To stay snatched without starving ourselves, we all drank warm lemon water with cayenne pepper every single day. It sped up our metabolism, killed all sugar cravings, and absolutely melted stubborn belly fat. If you want the exact recipe we used, just comment cayenne and I'll send it to you. To fade stretch marks fast, we rubbed fresh aloe vera on our
I'm going to stop it there. She's cute. Too bad she's AI. What am I doing with my life? So as you saw in the video, she's talking about, or the AI is talking about, how to stay slim, how to stay snatched, and how to have really good gut health. And if you commented that keyword that you saw, you would have been taken to this page right here. Boom. Product placement. This is the product that they're selling on their page. Now, again, going back to the content, there isn't a mismatch here. She's talking about gut health. She's talking about how to stay slim, and the product they're promoting are bloating gummies, more specifically, de-bloating gummies. So do you understand how all of this works? It's very simple. You just have to follow the steps that I outlined in this video. Now, the pages that I showed you, most of them monetize through affiliating for products. But take this in. If you build an audience that's hyper-targeted, there is no reason why you can't capitalize on paid for views opportunities. I talk about these in my other videos, so make sure to go and watch them. But paid for views opportunities is basically when companies pay you just for the views that you get on your videos by just mentioning them. Companies pay between $1 and $5 per 1,000 views as long as your page qualifies. And the only qualification that you really need is to make sure that your page is made up of an audience that aligns with the brand. Not only that, you can also get paid upfront for posts to make for these brands. And they're gonna be willing to pay you thousands of dollars per post because your audience is high quality. It's not the brain rot garbage that you saw in the other pages that I showed you. Quality beats quantity every single time. Just to summarize, if you build your page properly, you can not only affiliate for products, you can jump on paid for views opportunities, and you can get paid thousands of dollars for brand deals. And this is exactly how we get paid 10 times more than those other brain rot pages. And on average, we get paid $10,000 a month for just 100,000 followers. Which, by the way, it might sound like a lot, but all you need is a couple viral videos to push your page to hundreds of thousands of followers. I've seen it time and time again, and I've personally built pages that grew from 0 to 100,000 followers within just 3 to 6 months of starting them. And this happened a bunch of times, all because I understand content. And it's not just me. Even Connor, who started over 6 months ago, is now sitting at 100,000 followers and making between $10,000 and $20,000 a month consistently over the last 4 months. So he made probably around $50,000, $60,000. And by the way, he was in college working an internship when he did this. Anyways, that brings us to the end of this video, but this is the most important part. Right now, today, you can start a faceless account in any proven niche and have all the advantages that myself and the other creators I mentioned in this video had when they started. The question is, are you gonna take action? If you want my step-by-step system for building a faceless Instagram business that pays you while you sleep, I have a free 1-hour masterclass I'll put on the screen right now. It's been Tappa. I'm gonna sign off here, but I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, liked, and just commented anything if this provided you with a ton of value. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.